Hi, my name is Calvin. I had a double lung transplant September the 6th, 2018. Today is September 17th, 2023, and I feel great. I started having problems in 2016, coughing a little bit and kind of short of breath when I exert myself, but I didn't think that much about it. Um, I started eating a lot of cough drops. In 2017, the coughing got worse. I guess in August of 2017, my coughing was really out of control. So I went to my doctor. They referred me to a pulmonologist. Um, I had an x ray, and a couple of days later, they diagnosed me with pulmonary fibrosis. I went on oxygen, 3 liters, pretty much immediately. And really just started going downhill from there. So after going on oxygen in September of 2017, I went on a medication called Recipient. I don't think that was really working. I went from there to pretty heavy doses of steroids. My doctor at the time told me that she was going to recommend me for a lung transplant, which I never thought would happen. I just thought that was so. I don't know why. I just didn't think it would happen. But I met with doctors in June of 2018, and that really began my lung transplant journey at that point. I just never thought that I would get a transplant, but when the doctors told me that I was a good candidate, it really changed everything. At that point, then I had hope that I would get better. I had kind of resigned myself to sitting on the couch and watching TV and reading. I thought that was pretty much going to be my life if I stayed the same, didn't get any worse. There's, I guess, a small chance you can get better with PF, but I didn't really think that would happen. When I got onto the transplant list, of course, I was very grateful, and that was a big relief. I really didn't know what to expect. They told me to have a bag packed when they think they have some lungs for me. I've got like an hour to get there. I could be at the hospital in about 45 minutes. I really, that you're going to get some new lungs. And I asked my pulmonologist, when am I going to be able to breathe again? And her answer was like, well, duh, you're getting new lungs. You're going to wake up and going to be able to breathe. It's not like breaking your leg or your arm where you have to heal up. You do have to heal up. Your body has to get used to your lungs, your new lungs. You have to get used to them, of course. But you can breathe. I didn't want to take my cannula off for a few weeks. I was afraid that I was going to wake up and not be able to breathe. I don't know if that's normal or not, but I finally took it off, and I've just been in great shape ever since. Post transplant recovery was, I think, all in all, really good. Um, my surgery was like 5, 6 hours. Um, ICU for 5 days, and in the hospital for 3 weeks. Um, there were some challenges there, but all in all, I think I have really had an excellent recovery. My doctors kept up with me really well, and I feel good. I think the most challenging part of my recovery um, after my transplant was I had an issue with eating, um, and I just couldn't eat. I don't know what that was. The trauma of the surgery, all the drugs you have to take, maybe, I don't know. But I got over it okay. I started eating and everything turned out right. Physical therapy was a little bit of a challenge at first because it was really hard to do. I mean, there would have to be a physical therapy person on either side of me with a belt around me just to get me out of bed. I had lost pretty much all of my muscles. Had to learn to walk again, but they were. I'm really a believer in physical therapy. They know what they're doing, and it really got me around. I had physical therapy probably for about a month or 6 weeks, maybe longer, whenever I got home. Um, Adjusting after transplant, as far as what would I consider a hard adjustment, I don't think there is one. I have to take a handful of pills every day, about 38, 40 pills in that range. It's just something that I do. I'm glad that I have a chance to do it. I take my vitals every morning, um, and I try to keep my health as good as I can. I exercise. I try to do everything right. Um, but I can breathe. I can get around. I can do what I want to do. So it, there have been adjustments. I mean, you have to do what the doctors say. You have to take your pills. Um, you should do your breathing treatments. I do those, and I count pills out. I do all those things, and it is an adjustment. But is that difficult? No. I had my transplant September 6, 2018. It's now September 17th, 2023, Sunday afternoon. I just had my 5-year clinic, which is a milestone, and I just feel great. I can breathe great, but you have to do what the doctors tell you. You have to take your pills on time. I do breathing treatments every morning of ipratropium and acetylcysteine. I don't mind it. I don't mind taking the pills. Breathing normally and being active and doing what you want to do is worth it, period. Since my surgery 5 years ago, I can live a full life now. I can breathe good. I'm active. I can do whatever I want to do. Before I had my surgery, of course, I couldn't breathe. I was tethered to a concentrator with a 25-foot cannula with oxygen tanks, pretty much immobile. I had to sleep sitting up on the couch in the corner of the couch. I couldn't even sleep in a bed comfortably. So it was, it wasn't an active life at all. I was real sick. I thought at one point that may have been the way that I was going to have to live. But since my surgery, I'm as active, feel good as I ever did. What is really important in my life right now is to live my life to its fullest and to really slow down a little bit and take stock of the small things in relationships, be grateful and thankful for the people in my life, people that have made a difference. I feel better now than I have in so many years. And when you're real sick and you don't really think you have much of a future, and then you are given this gift of life, which is what a transplant is, it's time to take stock and to think about things. Transplantation is it's a journey that it's just like a lot of things in life. You don't know what to expect. They try to tell you. Everyone that has a transplant will go through it in a slightly different way. For me, I learned that I can breathe like I once did. I never thought I would be able to breathe, transplant or not. I just couldn't grasp the concept. Getting a transplant was so foreign, also. But I think primary thing is you have to do it. You have to be your own advocate in a lot of ways. You have to make it happen. You have to take your pills on time. You have to do what the doctor says. You have to exercise. You have to control your weight. It's on you. They will guide you and help you every step of the way, and they're there for you. But you have to be there for yourself too. Looking back on the whole process, it started over 5 years ago. First off, I didn't think I was going to get a transplant. And then when I did, I woke up and I could breathe. I didn't think that would happen for some reason. Um, and I think all in all, it was just, the whole thing was just a great process. And I feel good. I didn't think that I could ever get back to the physical activity. I didn't think that physical therapy would work that well as quickly as it did. I don't know why I was skeptical about all these things. I guess I was so sick. I probably had maybe 15 or 20% lung capacity. I don't know. I was on 10 liters of oxygen, and I was already researching maybe piggybacking those concentrators. So I guess for me, my recovery was just in a lot of ways exemplary. Um, would I do it again? Of course, absolutely. Um, but I was just surprised that, and another thing is the people that I've met, other transplant patients, how good they're doing, how they feel. Some of them have little issues develop now and then, but really it's just perseverance. Do what the doctors tell you. Again, my lung transplantation journey started about 6 years ago. Would I do it again? Absolutely. My advice to anyone who's thinking about it is, of course, get with the best hospital you can. Do as much research on it as you can, but the main thing is do what the doctors tell you to do. And the main thing about transplantation is it works. It gives you hope. You can have a better life. You can resume all the activities you did before you got sick. I couldn't really understand that for a long time, but I'm living proof. Good luck.